Hello, Mr. Banerjee, and welcome to my take on when parenting becomes too much, which is why single parenting is now impossible. My first point is financial struggles. Inflation has been a pretty big point of conflict for families nowadays in current post COVID times, and that's requiring single parents to work a lot of hours, double shifts, even potentially over 12 hours of work, and then they come home and they don't have enough time to take care of their children, especially throughout the day. They're missing that time to bond with their children, and it's just sort of teeters on the borderline of neglect at that point. But of course, it's necessary as they're the only one available to provide for the family. They take that time away to keep the roof over the head and earn that living and provide food on the table. And it's just hard, a very hard balance in now today's time with how bad inflation's got. And there isn't much financial aid for single parents to help dig them out of that financial hole, so to speak. And here is a graph of that inflation. As you can see, pre-COVID, and I have experienced this as my mom is, in fact, a single parent herself. And pre-COVID, with her job alone, she was able to support me and my sister. But after COVID and post-COVID times, you can see just how bad the inflation's got. And now she needs to start working double shifts, and my aunt needs to step in to help as well, or else it just wouldn't be enough for her to take care of us and work the amount of hours needed at the same time. So that's just how hard inflation has hit the financial realm of single parenting after COVID times. And moving on to my next point, which is how it affects the mental and physical well being of a parent or single parent. Of course, working all those hours and having to come home and attempt to take care of one, two, or however many children by yourself does not leave much time and much of a chance for them to catch some rest and well deserved time to de-stress, unfortunately. And that's that lack of community and lack of support often that leads to them feeling isolated and alone in their struggles, and that chronic exposure to that high stress environment is what brings on said things such as parental burnout, depression, sort of physical illnesses. Let's say ailments. There's the correct term, physical ailments, from that lack of time to rest and get your body some time to heal. And that is just a major point of concern in being a single parent nowadays. There's not enough time to sort of let your body heal, and that results in a downward spiral as there's limited options when you're a single parent to find a cost-efficient and flexible method to aid them with their struggles, physical and mental. Of course, not having enough time because they're always working and not having enough cost to afford proper professional help because you're too busy trying to provide for your family. And it sort of just downward spirals for both the parent and the child. As a child now feels a lack of attention and affection from their parent because they're usually never home, having to work all those hours in inflation times, and that leads them to try and seek that attention elsewhere, maybe from an online persona of sorts or gangs, as that has also been on the rise in trends lately among the youth. And this is a graph to show just how bad it gets, a downward spiral. This is arrests among adolescents by family structure. And you can see on the far right, always single parent family. And that is one of the leading statistics in adolescents that have been arrested. So it's a major factor. And there's your verification, a major factor in sort of incarceration rates and maybe adolescents putting themselves where they shouldn't be in gangs and all that business, sort of. It's just never a good thing. And then here are my citations where I've got all the images and my information for this presentation. And that is all. Thank you for listening.